Welcome back to the channel. Today we are fixing the brake squeal issue on the 25 Land Cruiser. So 2425, they have a brake squeal in reverse and there's been a TSB released for it. But if you're like me, you do not want anyone at the dealership working on your car. So these springs right here are the new springs, and I'll leave the link in the description below. But one quantity has 2 springs, and basically this is the old style. So old style. The new style is this guy right here, but the problem with this is that it does not separate the pads from the rotor while you're not on the brakes. So my guess is that's what's causing the squeal. But on the TSB, sometimes they do advise to change the pads or the rotor, and there's obviously some grease that they want you to put just to cover all their bases. So this is the new style. You definitely don't want this, and you want to put the new springs in. Now generally they're going to have you put them in the bottom right here. You can see the pad even has a little spot to hook it in, and I'll show you how this goes in just a second. But Toyota cheaped out when they originally designed this, and this is on a lot of their cars, the 4Runners, I mean it even goes on my FJ40 just like this, and the Tacomas and all that stuff. So what I do is I order 2 of these, so we have an extra set, and we're going to put one on the bottom and one on the top. If you've already had the TSB done on your vehicle, I would still suggest to buy another set of these and put them on the top. So that way when you're off the brake pad or off the brakes, the pads are being pushed away from the rotor. So we're gonna go ahead and do that in this video and make sure that all the squeaks are gone in reverse. Okay, so what we're gonna do for starters is just pull this out of the upper and lower pin with some needle nose pliers. And it's held into the caliper with this little tang that goes in that hole right there. So we'll take that off, move it to the side. Right here we should be able to tap these rods out. I mean, this car's brand new, so it shouldn't give you too much of a fight to come out. And we'll push a little bit forward on this spring so it doesn't have so much pressure. And then you should be able to just pull it off right here. And we can pull this one out even easier. Now, one thing that worries me is that there's 0 grease on here. So aside from this not expanding the pads at all, there's just, you know, could be possible binding up here because it's just not expanding, it's not moving. So let's go ahead and pull out the pads, see what it looks like in here. So they're thinking that it could be from this as well. I highly doubt it's this because it squeals while it rolls, not while you press the pedal. But there's 0 grease here, so I'm gonna go ahead and clean that up and put grease. And we're gonna put grease on these contact points, top and bottom. I'm gonna pop out the other brake pad and I'll show you up close. All right, check it out. This thing has 10,000 miles. I hardly see any grease. I mean, there might be a smidge right here on the left one, but all these other ones look bone dry, and the pads don't look like they have much at all. I'm gonna go ahead and grease these things. Obviously, I didn't buy the pads or the rotors, but I'm very confident that these new springs are going to fix the problem. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and just use a little bit of brake cleaner and clean this up. And then we'll get this brush. It's got hard brush and nylon. We'll use the nylon. We don't really need to get too crazy here. And just go all the way through so you get that rear contact as well. And this is really easy. I mean, the only tools you need are the tools to take the wheel off and some grease, maybe some needle nose pliers, but you could probably get it off without this. I'll go ahead and just wipe the pistons down by hand. This thing is too new to have much buildup at all. And if you're wondering, yes, this vehicle does suffer from the squeal in reverse. It's pretty annoying. So we're gonna go ahead and clean this as well. And I'll clean it with the nylon side. I don't wanna get too crazy with the metal brush on this. And we'll go ahead and clean these parts right here, and I'll clean these with the brush. So again, these things look great. They've got that concave cut, so that should help with a bunch of squealing issues as well as this relief right here. Usually when it's just one big old chunk, then you'll get some problems with that. Obviously the material probably isn't the best. It's probably not super good because there is quite a bit of brake dust, but I just can't imagine that the pads and the rotors need to be changed for such a small issue. Now I'm gonna go with the heavy duty grease from Lucas. This stuff is amazing. It's green, so it's the best that you can get. And I'm just gonna put it on with my finger here. Try not to get it on the rotor as best as you can. And I don't think you need globs here. You just need enough for it to move around. I'll go ahead and put a little bit on the piston face by hand here, but we're gonna put some on the pad as well. Okay. All right, so right here, I'm gonna put like a nice little glob, and we'll go ahead and do the same on the bottom. And this is your brake wear indicator. Once the pad wears out enough, this little tang is gonna rub on the rotor and make all kinds of racket. So right here, I'm gonna go ahead and put some where we know the piston's contacting it. All right, clean your hands. Make sure you don't get any grease on the pad. It's something you want to avoid at all costs if possible. And slide it back in. It might be a little tough because we didn't separate the pistons and put them into the caliper, but it should be okay. And we'll do the same here. And get this thing slid back in. Nice and gentle. All right. I like to just wipe off the excess so we don't have grease all over the place here. Now, when it comes to the pins, we're gonna go ahead and clean these. We'll clean the dust off of this, and we're gonna grab some grease with our finger and just grease the thing lightly. It doesn't need to be crazy. All right, so that's 2 pins cleaned and greased. Okay, so it's time for the new spring installation, and the way it installs is you put this tang in the hole right here, and then the pin is going to go through here while it sits in between the brake pads. And you want this angle, because it is angled, you want it kicking outwards, and that's gonna apply to top and bottom. So what I do is I just put this side in first, because if you try the other way, it's going to just keep pushing the pad in. So slide it through both, right? So it's fully secured here. And we're just gonna swing it over, and we'll pull each one of these in here and just put it right in that recess. So you also want to make sure that this gets pulled over and then pushed onto the brake pad. So that is a properly installed spring right there. And you have this tension now pushing the pads away from the rotor while it's not engaged. So we'll go ahead and do the same on the top. Okay, now that's fully installed, and this is with the brake spring mod. You've got top and bottom equally being pushed out. And we're gonna grab the final pin, which is the first one that we took out. Now, there are cuts or relief holes in the pins right here that need to line up. So I just grab one on each side, swing it to where this could go in, and then we can go ahead and just get this thing installed right here. And it's simple as that. This thing is done and good to go. We can go ahead and do the other side and get it all reassembled. All right, guys, we are done. This job took me about maybe 10 minutes to complete minus removing the wheels and tires, so probably 15 minutes. But we're doing a 5-tire rotation. It's 10,000 miles, so this is my second rotation. It's recommended every 5. And if you haven't seen that, I do have a video on my channel on how to do it and reset the TPMS lights. Aside from that, we're gonna go ahead and ceramic coat these wheels with the Gion Evo rim. And this is really good stuff. I just did my Tacoma wheels and I made a whole video on that, so the process is explained. If you want to go ahead and watch that on the channel, it's going to be more thorough than this, but we're going to go ahead and time lapse this. These wheels are in really good condition, but we're going to do the face and the barrels, get them installed, and then we'll reverse out and make sure that brake squeal is gone for good. All right guys, we got this thing back on all fours. The wheels are torqued, we fixed the brakes. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in. I got the mic on me and we're gonna reverse and see if this thing still squeaks or not. Nice, nice. Yep, I'm just hitting the brakes very lightly in reverse. And before it would howl, absolutely howl in reverse. Never did it going forward, but we're gonna back up again just to double check. Oh yeah, this is this is perfect. Very, very cheap. These springs are very cheap, but it is the answer that you need to fix your squeaking brakes. All right guys, we're gonna call it a wrap. This thing squeaks no more in reverse, and that is perfect. Those springs are very, very cheap and they're super easy to install, so pick some up if you don't want to deal with the dealer. And we're gonna go ahead and check out the ceramic coated wheels before we finish off this video. And we got the Land Cruiser right here. The wheels are looking fantastic. I went ahead and ceramic coated the lug nuts too, since the rag was pretty wet and I had a bunch of material on it. So we went ahead and ceramic coated both. The Land Cruiser is still dirty, but this is something that you want to do when the wheels are off. And again, I have a video showing the process how to do that correctly. And I have a video showing the process how to do the 5-tire rotation and the TPMS reset.